Everyone is born with a God-given gift that enables us to fulfill God's purpose here on earth. God uses us to do His work, and no one can speak about it except you and me, who have His greater work to do because each one experiences what it is. Since the past, we hear and read stories of people whom we call the chosen one. God uses them to bring a message and do God's work here on earth. In the Bible, they were called prophets and angels. And somehow we don't know in our own selves that you and I have too, because God uses us at the right time. Some think that it only happened in the past and not in the present time. But the question is the promise of God completed yet? Because still the promise is open, like the second coming of Christ. Still not yet happening, so whom does God choose to do His work? Still, God needs people to do His work because God's promise needs to be complete. Let's start with how mankind was created. This is the Genesis said. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness." So God created mankind in His own image, in the image of God He created them. Male and female He created them. Now, we know who creates mankind. A creator who is called God. As God has said, "I will live with them and walk among them. And I will be their God, and they will be my people." If this is what God said, then why don't most people believe it? Even those who say praise God but act differently. Most of all, they find it hard to believe themselves. Let's talk about self. When you and I are babies, we all depend on our parents. From food to feeding, napping, cleaning, and dressing up. We are totally in the care of the parents. As we grow, we observe how our parents act and speak, and we imitate them. That's how we learn to do things, because we watch others. And not everything we see is right. We see them smile, see them angry, see them shout or scream. And we see them say good and bad words. Everything is either good or bad. We watch and learn, and we act it out within us, called self. During our childhood stage, we are active to learn and very busy in our own little world. Neither of our parents knew what was happening within us. Because it is our own world within, we create by influencing others. In what we see, taste, feel, touch, hear, and smell with our senses. Because our minds need all information to know to help our memory use at a certain time. Everything is useful information that our minds need to protect our own selves. Everything is recorded in our mind, called the subconscious. Good and bad in our mind of what we influence and experience. As we grow more and more, we feed our minds, no end. Because we meet people, see, feel, hear, smell, and taste, and listen to their stories. Either pain, misery, a broken heart, or a family problem. Everything is within us because we accepted it all in our hearts to be buried in our minds. Our own fertile ground. Now that we are adults, we start to harvest the first fruit of what we planted in our own minds since we were children. You and I experience the fruit of our influence from child to adult. If we cannot change it into our own deathbed, we bear it. If you understand this, then now you understand that the fight is not outside you but within you. If you like to change your life, then you have to transform yourself. Transformation or change can only be done within. Because it is within that disconnect with the Creator's will.